What does the Bible say about angels? Angels are personal, spiritual beings who have intelligence, emotions, and will. This applies to both good and evil angels, demons. Angels have intelligence. Matthew chapter 8 verse 29. 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 3. 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 12. They show emotion. Luke chapter 2 verse 13. James chapter 2 verse 19. Revelation chapter 12 verse 17. And they show will. Luke chapter 8 28 to 31. 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 26. Jude chapter 6. Angels are spirit beings. Hebrews chapter 1 verse 14. Without real, physical bodies. But even if they do not have bodies, they still have personality. Since they are created beings, their knowledge is limited. This means that they do not know everything God does. Matthew chapter 24 verse 36. However, they seem to have greater insight than humans, which may be the case for three reasons. First, angels were created in an order of creatures higher up than humans. Therefore, they possess an inherent, greater knowledge. Second, angels study the Bible and the world with greater zeal than humans. And they learn about it. James chapter 2 verse 19. Revelation chapter 12 verse 12. As the third and final reason, angels gain insight from contemplating human activities. Angels do not have to study the past as humans do. They have already experienced it. Therefore, they know how others have acted and reacted in situations, and they can with a higher degree of precision predict how we will act in similar situations. Even though they have wills, angels, like all other beings, are under the will of God. Good angels are sent by God to help believers. Hebrews chapter 1 verse 14. In the following are some activities that the Bible attributes to the angels. They praise God. Psalm chapter 148 verses 1 to 2. Isaiah chapter 6 verse 3. They worship God. Hebrews chapter 1 verse 6. Revelation chapter 5 verses 8 to 13. They rejoice in what God does. Job 38 to 6-7. They serve God. Psalm chapter 103 verse 20. Revelation chapter 22 verse 9. They appear before God. Job 1 to 6, 2 to 1. They are tools for carrying out God's judgments. Revelation chapter 7. 1. 8 to 2. They bring answers to prayer. Acts 12 to 5-10. They help lead people to Christ. Acts chapter 8 verse 36, 10 to 3. They provide for Christian order, work, and suffering. 1 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 9, 11-10. Ephesians chapter 3 verse 10. 1 Peter chapter 1 verse 12. They encourage when it is dangerous. Acts 27 to 23-24. They take care of the righteous when they die. Luke chapter 16 verse 22. Angels are a completely different kind of creature than humans. Humans do not become angels when they die. Angels will also never become, and never have been, human beings. God created the angels, just as He created mankind. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that angels were created in the image and likeness of God as human beings. Genesis chapter 1 verse 26. Angels are spiritual beings who, to a certain extent, can clothe themselves in a physical form. Humans are primarily physical beings, but with a spiritual aspect. The most important thing we can learn from the holy angels is their spontaneous and always sure obedience to God's commandments.